Hey guys, I'm Kikozer Yaks, and this is Let's Play Halo 3. I suppose we should start up right away, so I'll start by explaining the difficulties. Easy is the autopilot difficulty. You really don't have to try hard at all on this one, and as the description says, the game basically plays itself. Normal is the difficulty I'm going to be playing on in this playthrough. This difficulty is mildly challenging, so it's not boring to watch, but at the same time I can speed through the game and look at sights without having to worry about my enemies. Heroic is the fairest difficulty. This one provides quite a challenge while still being fun to play. You take the same amount of damage as you would on multiplayer, and this difficulty requires you to put forth quite a bit of strategy, so this is pretty much the way Halo was meant to be played. Legendary is the difficulty for people who crave masochism. Legendary is not as bad in this game as it was in Halo 2, but it's still really challenging. If you want to see what it's like on Legendary, check out the other playthrough, but for this one we will be sticking to normal. Now this game also introduces a few new campaign mechanics. The campaign scoring system keeps track of all the enemies you kill in a level and how many times you die and how long you take to complete the level, etc, etc, and it scores you on it. And there's really no point in the scoring system other than to get achievements and to have notifications letting you know when you actually kill an enemy. Now, unlike Halo 2, when you pick up a skull in a level in Halo 3, it stays unlocked and it can be activated at any time. In Halo 2, you had to go through the level on Legendary and grab the skull again in order to activate it. Now, these are all the levels we are going to be playing in the game, and I'm going to check my screen settings real quick because this game likes to mess with screen settings for some reason. But yeah, that's pretty much it, so let's get started.
They let me pick. Did I ever tell you that? Choose whichever Spartan I wanted. You know me. I did my research, watched as you became the soldier we needed you to be. Like the others, you were strong and swift and brave. A natural leader. But you had something they didn't. Something no one saw but me. Can you guess? Luck. Was I wrong?
This ain't good.
Damn. How far did he fall?
2 kilometers, easy.
Stay sharp. Gorman?
His armor's locked up. Gel layer could have taken most of the impact. I don't know, Sergeant Major.
Radio for VTOL. Heavy lift gear. We're not leaving them here.
Yeah, you're not.
Oh, crazy fool. Why do you always jump? One of these days, you're gonna land on something as stubborn as you are. And I don't do bits and pieces. Where is she, Chief? Where's Cortana?
Don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it.
She stayed behind.
Corporal, make it quick.
Sorry, sir. Your armor's still in partial lockdown.
this section is just
Look up
to
here, sir?
see if you want your
Okay.
looking inverted or not. I screwed up on purpose just to get some
Now down
extra
here?
dialogue.
Good. Tracking looks off, Sergeant Major.
Make it quick. We gotta move.
One more time, sir. Up here? Mm-hmm. Again down here? Everything checks out, Sergeant Major.
Kick off the training wheels, Corporal. He's good to go. Pete, wait! The Arbiter's with us! Come on now. We've got enough to worry about without you two trying to kill each other.
Were it so easy. We must go. The brutes have our scent.
Then they must love the smell of hero. Then they must love the smell of green.
Just like Halo 2, this game also has alternate dialogue depending on what difficulty you play on.
First squad, you're my scouts. Move out, quiet as you can.
So the first thing you've probably noticed is, hey, we have the assault rifle from the first Halo game. Yeah, they brought that back due to popular demand. Although it's not as great in this game as it was in the first Halo game, it is pretty much just your basic default starting machine gun. So to recap from what happened in the previous game, Cortana stayed behind in High Charity just to keep an Amberclad from blowing up remotely. And she was gonna blow it up if Tartarus would activate the ring. Meanwhile, the Chief stowed away on the Prophet of Truth's ship and made his way down to Earth where we just met up with him. Now, at that time, the Arbiter went and killed Tartarus and prevented him from activating the ring. So here we are now.
Sergeant Major, Phantom inbound.
If we stick together, we're gonna get spotted. Let's split up. Meet back at the LZ.
Wait, there's no alternate path. How can we split up?
Spread out, you whelps. Find them.
Up ahead. Single brute, plus backup.
Brutes are slightly different in this game than they were in Halo 2. In Halo 2, Brutes used to have no energy shielding and just had a crap ton of body health for absolutely no reason. In this game, Brutes now have energy shielding, but they are easier to take out with body shots now. And the pistol in this game is just absolutely awful, so I decided to ditch it and pick up a new weapon.
But you are fools to do their bidding. Move quickly.
Now this game starts to introduce more brute weapons. In Halo 2, we only had the brute shot. In this game, we have more brute weapons. We have this little machine gun that I've been using called the Spiker, which isn't as great, but it's still a pretty cool weapon on paper. And it's actually pretty effective, to be honest. And it can be dual weld. I don't know why the grunts are on the brute side, even though they were clearly on our side in the previous game, but Halo hasn't really been huge for its story. Now, plasma pistols pretty much work the same way, except that they don't home in as well in this game, and plus keeping them charged does drain the battery off of them. But the plasma pistol is still useful for taking out energy shielding instantly. And the good thing about brute armor is that the shields don't regenerate.
No slouches either.
The Grunt's newfound courage is but fear. But we are victorious. All the Samurai prophets believe.
You said it, Arbiter. Now, like Sergeant Johnson and Vadumi in the last Halo game, the Arbiter is immortal. Unless, of course, you are playing co-op. Which, if you are playing co-op, then the second player will be playing as the Arbiter. But for single-player campaign, the Arbiter will be an immortal ally, who can also camouflage himself, even though he's supposed to camouflage himself here and didn't do it. But then again, there was also supposed to be dialogue here that I didn't get. But I'm digressing a little bit. Sleeping grunts still work the same way as they do in the other two Halo games preceding. They die upon one melee hit, and any section that has sleeping grunts in it is mostly supposed to be a stealth section. Or as close to stealth as this game can get. See, I just got spotted. At least allies still work the same way as they did in Halo 2, where they don't run out and get themselves caught if you're trying to do a stealth section. Now, the Needler has been greatly improved, but you're going to watch me stumble around with the Needler for a little bit, just using it blindly for a little while before I actually demonstrate its true potential. There is a good reason why this Needler cannot be dual-wield in this game anymore. Jackals work the same way as they do in the first two Halo games. The shields are super annoying to get past, and you have to hit that one hole that's in the side of their shields in order to hit them.
Pelicans are en route, Chief, but I can't raise Bravo. If you find them, get them to the extraction point.
Show me its location.
Kiss my ass.
Now, there is a way to save that Marine that Brute just tossed, but he doesn't do anything if you do save him. He just stands around, doesn't do anything, doesn't give you extra dialogue, nothing.
We all clear?
Now, what I just picked up was a power-up, which is another new mechanic in this game. Or actually, it's called equipment. I don't get to demonstrating it until the later half of the level, but I think I can demonstrate it here, because the Brute here just drops it. The Bubble Shield, one of the power-ups, is an impenetrable shield, almost impenetrable. The only things that can get past the shield are people and vehicles. But you can't shoot through the shield, you can't throw a grenade through the shields, nothing like that. You can only throw equipment, walk through it, or drive a vehicle through it. And it only stays up for about 15-20 seconds. But if you are out in the open and there's no cover and you happen to have one on you, it's great for that kind of situation.
Could you sacrifice me to complete your mission? Could you watch me die?
Sir, you okay?
The Cortana bits like that in the game are super irritating. There's even a level that is almost unplayable because there's just so many of them.
Chief, Pelicans are at the river. We got company, so hustle up.
Hold on, got a contact. Banshees, fast, young
Now here's another thing that I have to mention that's changed about this game. You can only hold 2 different grenades of each grenade type. However, the game does make up for it because there are 2 new grenade types in this game, which we won't see until a few levels from now. For right now, we have to deal with fragmentation and plasma grenades. Fragmentation grenades are really good for just bouncing them off of walls or to have a quick grenade to detonate. Plasma grenades are good for just sticking to your opponent if you want to show off.
Those monsters killed him!
The Banshees will return. Hurry! Back into the jungle.
Chief, can you hear me? My bird's down. Half a click downriver from your position.
Jackals on the ridge. Stay low. Looks like they got carbines.
So we were introduced to Jackals with sniper rifles in Halo 2, which were irritating as hell on Legendary, might I add. Jackal snipers still exist in this game, but mostly on the higher difficulties. On the lower difficulties, they get replaced with carbine or Jackals, and they are not as irritating, but there are still quite a few of them that you have to deal with. Now, if you notice, they still kept the battle rifle and they still kept the Covenant carbine, because they are main long-distance headshot weapons that everybody loved in Halo 2, so might as well make them stay true to what they are in this game, too.
Come on, you dumb apes! You want breakfast? You gotta catch it!
Phantoms in this game also have an improvement. They have mounted plasma cannons on the sides of them.
Beast is using a hammer.
They don't make that much of a difference, but they still can be a little irritating. That grunt that was holding the 2 grenades is what is called a kamikaze grunt. When they are alone, they will light up 2 plasma grenades and then start charging at you. I did not give them the opportunity.
Echo 5-1, this is Crow's Nest. Echo 5-1, please respond. Hocus, 5-1 is down. Divert for emergency evac. Over. Get ready. 4 of them.
The sniper rifle pretty much functions the same way in this game as it did in Halo 2. Except the aiming parameters are a little bit different in this game and make sniping a little bit more difficult. But there's really not much you can do about that.
It ain't no fucking soldier.
These beasts are no match for us.
So for the first time in forever, I decided to explore this little detour here, even though there's absolutely nothing here.
See how they bait their trap? I will help you spring it.
Now that brute I am going to take out right away because he has a hammer. He is a captain or a chieftain or something. He's very highly ranked, you get the point. He has a really annoying power-up, and that hammer can get super annoying when he runs up close to you. Because the power-up that he has is an invincibility power-up.
Let's go! I thought I was... Eat that! It's tearing them apart!
Huh, I wonder where these other red dots on my radar are. Of course, they would be down here. It doesn't help when Marines like to run in front of your bullets. And I was pretty sure that I hit that brute on that first shot. Melee attacks are slightly more devastating in this game than they were in Halo 2's campaign, if you've noticed. Now, I picked up this flare because I'm going to show off what it does. It does that.
This isn't as fun as it looks. Cut the power. We're even, long as we're only counting today. Kilo 2-3, what's your ETA?
Imminent, Sergeant. Find some cover. Got a clear path.
Roger that, Hocus.
And I feel sorry for those Marines.
Hocus! Phantom!
I see him. Stand by. Going loud. Everyone down. Rats 1 Phantom. Scratch 2.
Alright, that was the first level in Halo 3. We navigated our way out of the jungle, and we are on our way to continue continue to save the human race. So I'll see you guys next time.
Are we ready?
IFF confirmed. Contact is Pelican dropship, Kilo 23, over.
Roger that. What's the word, Kilo 2-3? Sierra 117 on board. Request priority clearance. Over. Deck's yours. Come on down.